Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, you guys. Live. If you are new, hi, my name is Nyaki. I'm waiting for Kapano, who's just joined us. She will introduce herself. But this is a quick, fast session. If you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. But today we're talking systems as we always do on Fridays. Kapano, introduce yourself and tell us what we're going to be doing today.
Hey, good people. Thank you for joining us today for another Lunch and Learn. I got to get used to it because we used to saying lunchtime live. And it's not lunchtime live, it's lunch and learn. Okay, so I can see my picture slowly getting better because Nyaki's slowly getting better. So thank you everybody for coming through. So I'm going to share my screen because we're about that value. We're not about beating around the bush, and we want you to get as much as you possibly can. So every Friday we talk to you about how you can use systems to build your business, right? We want you to build your business, get more customers, make more money, because that's what we're about. We love to see ladies win. So before we get started, we always say we don't care. Guys, my baby's in the background, sorry. So we always say that we love you, we do care about you, but what we care more about is what type of business you're in, or what type of business you want to get into. So let us know in the comments quickly, and once we have enough responses, we go live. So let us know, what business are you in, or what business do you want to get into, and then I'm going to share my screen. Let's see, what business are you in, or what business do you want to get into? I'm not sure if it's me, but I can't see the chat. Oh, is nobody talking to us?
I can see it.
There we go. Hi,
There we
Roxanne.
go. Roxanne is coaching and consulting. What kind of coaching? What kind of consulting? That's always obviously
Yeah, because your
important.
customer's in the room. Guys, not real estate. You have to say, guys, I'm a real estate agent for apartments only in the, in only the Sandton area, the larger Sandton area, or
In the
only in
southern
Fourways.
suburbs.
In the southern suburbs. I didn't want to say it, but do you get what I mean? Like, be very specific, guys. You have to say what exactly you do, because that's going to help you find your customer.
So the reason why we do every time you do that, every time we have a live and someone does that, someone walks away with a customer. Because I can tell you right now, your customer is in the room. So if your customer was standing in front of you and you need to tell them what you do, let us know in the comments below. So we like to do the I help. So who do you help? How do you help them? What do you I help these people get this thing, and then unlike so unlike your competitor, or do you know how we have Uber? My company does Uber, but for taxis, like that. So let us know, because a career confidence coaching for women of color, people, and culture consulting for small, medium sized organizations and teams. I think Roxanne can give us what kind of culture, what kind of coaching, what kind of confidence, what do you help them do we speak? Is it massage therapy? Are we drawing? What are we doing? But thank you for engaging with us. It's also lovely to hear from you. And then solo real estate. Real estate. Tell us what kind of real estate you're in. Do you sell apartment beds? Let's go. Okay, Cabano, lunch and learn. Let's go. We don't have a lot of time, and we like chatter in these things. So we're gonna have to. The
We're gonna
pleasantries are
have to.
done
We're
now.
gonna have to. Shishisa, like you like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Because you say the word shishisa in, like, I don't know, maybe it's your accent. Oh, I lost it. Hold
Shishiza.
on. There we go. All right. So welcome to Lunch and Learn, good people. I hope that you're going to enjoy this one and that you gain a whole lot of value from it. So we're like ministers and preachers. We like to have hallelujahs, amens, yes, Gail, and you better preach it. And also we like to have disagreements in the chat section. So let us know if there's something you disagree with, that you like, that you don't like. Today we're talking about building your list, right? We don't actually hear a lot of people talking about the subject because it's kind of like one that we don't often see in our industry. And not, well, in our industry, yes, but not a lot on social media. We don't often find that people talk about it. And the reason why is because right now in the social media world that we're in, people just want to sell directly. So databases isn't something that people talk about often. So we want to talk to you about building your list and your database of buying customers. All right.
Perfect. Okay. So the goal for any business, right, is to get customers, to make money, and to grow your business. If that's not your goal, you are not in the right place. You can exit here. We're going to be wasting your time from here on out. But if your goal is to either get more customers, make business, then you are in the right space. So if that's you, just send a thumbs up emoji or something so that we know that you're in the right place. This is your business objective, right? Um, Let me know. But we can't wait too long because we got lots to cover. So let's go, Kapano. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you.
DJing is very
Kapano.
hard. So yeah. Oh no, I was saying
I
DJing is
see
very
that.
hard. Like you have to like go like I'm on different pages because I decided to do like not multi-screen, but you get what I mean. But yeah, so here's the thing: the way that everybody else is selling out in this world is problematic. It's problematic because it's unpredictable, right? Oh, I see more people in the room, guys. If you're in the room and you just joined us, please tell us what business you're in or what business you want to get into, right? So the way that people sell right now is problematic because it's unpredictable. You do not know when and how like your content is going to help you sell. People, you might be selling at a market. People go to markets, they go to expos, they go to all of these things to try and sell, and it's unpredictable. You genuinely don't know if you're going to have a good week or a bad week or a bad month, and we can't really have that, right? Because that's not a reliable system that you can have. Then there is it relies on your energy, right? Like if you can't go to a market to go and sell, then how else are you going to sell, right? That's why we like systems. That's why we like using things that we can predict and where we know where our money is going to come from. Then if you stop, the sales stop as well. This is why we love systems, and building a database is part of a system, and it's part of a system that works, one that we've trialed, many people have trialed, and one that is predictable and usable. Right. So now let's get into what this list building thing is all about and where you're going to find these people with a little bit of a recap, right, of this what it means to have a system. So in the club, we use something called the online success system. And it's basically about 3 steps: attract, capture, and monetize. But here's the thing about the system, the online success system: it allows you to not monetize once, but it allows you to monetize again. And the only way you are able to monetize not once, but twice, maybe 3 times, or even 4 times, is if you have this key right here: database, right? How do you monetize the same people again? You got to know how you can contact them, because if somebody's bought from you and all you do is advertise on social media, how are you going to find that person again? What are your chances of your piece of content finding them every time to buy? You're selling a hair product. How are you going to make sure that every single month your content is finding them so that they remember to buy shampoo, right? Actually, to buy conditioner, because if you have natural hair, the number one thing that finishes quickly is conditioner, right? How are you going to make sure? You can't unless you have some sort of database, right? And what about the people who said, no, I'll buy again from you next month, or like, listen, I don't have money right now, but I'll buy from you at the end of the month? How are you going to make sure that you're top of mind so that when in the month comes through, you are able to talk to them, send them a message, be in their inbox, whether it be their WhatsApp inbox, their social media inboxes, or their email inboxes? You can't do that unless you have some sort of database, right? There's so much. We call it leakage. We like to say, listen, your system has a lot of leakage. You're leaking customers, therefore you are leaking money. Nobody wants to leak money. It's like, what, guys? My bucket isn't even big enough. It's not even full. So when we use our track, capture, monetize system, we attract the customers we want, we capture them onto a database, and then we monetize. And it's an unlimited amount of times that you can monetize based on what type of product you have or service you have or what kind of offerings you have on the table. Right, Yaki, tell us about a database, what it is, and what we're here for.
Cool. Okay, so the premise of I'm going to use Tulufelo as an example, right? So Tulufelo is a property practitioner, so a real estate agent in Pretoria East for properties from 4 million, I suppose 4 million rand above. So luxury properties in Pretoria is Tulu. So if you are in the Pretoria area or you're looking to move into the Pretoria area, she is a person, right? So what would happen in this situation is that you are somewhere, wherever you are, whether you're on social media or you're at a conference or you're at a dinner party, Solo used to people what it is that you do, right? And okay, Kapano say, no, my husband and I, well, we're looking for, we are in the market for looking for property in the northern parts of the Pretoria side. Contact details so that I can phone you. That's a positive interaction, right? So that's where the customer's like, yes, okay, I'm going to take active, I'm going to be proactive, I'm going to do it. But then Kopana gets home and then she forgets and she's just like, oh, I'll do it another time. And then she'll bump into another real estate agent. So if you're relying on your customers to that really it's a poor strategy, right? What you need to be doing as a business is that you need to be reaching out to your customers. You need to be, hey Nyaki, or hey Kopano, last week, or we met at the conference, or we met on social media. I have a new listing in this specific road in Pretoria East. Are you interested? And if you do that, as until you get her as a customer, that's what databasing is. It's allowing you to have a group of potential customers, people who have indicated this is something that I want, something that I'm interested in or could potentially be interested in. I might not buy now, but it don't exclude me from ever buying, right? Because what we do if we don't database is we exclude people from buying in the future, because what are the chances you're going to bump into this person location who's interested in this very thing? Right? What you want is, especially if someone is interested in what you have or potentially could be interested, right? They're a pregnant mom, but you can still absolutely sell that person nappies. But you need to sell them when their baby has arrived because she's not going to buy the nappies now, but you're not going to see her again. So that's what a database is. It's the potential, it's the client list that we have as a business owner that you should 100% be generating consistently, but also treasure it, because your business is as big and as lucrative as your database is, right? You know that if I want to get customers, I get it. And I know some people have this mechanism in their business already, and they kind of do it like, hear someone say, oh no, if I post the WhatsApp status, then I'm going to get a customer. It's like, okay, imagine you could post 10,000 WhatsApp statuses, then you would get 10,000 customers technically, right? But that depends on the size of your list. And so that's what we're trying to do as a business owner. You always want to be generating lists. That's why people go to conferences, right? I don't know if people go to conferences and those, what are those things? Those seminar things where people are just handing out business cards. What you
Yeah,
want is
those
you want to be able to do
expos
that for your
and like
customers. Does that make
exposit.
sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Sense?
So
Thumbs up
one
if
of
that
our
makes
favorite
sense.
examples that we would like to use one of our favorite examples that we like to use, and it's because they do it so well. And they also had a brag piece not so long ago, Dis-Chem. So Dis-Chem got this free bag. Have you seen everybody have the Dis-Chem bag, that gray bag with the flowers in front? They give that thing away for free, and they say, hey, once you're 27 weeks and above, come and sign up, and you get this free bag. And inside the free bag is actually a whole lot of samples. Right, they have one or two full packet things. Maybe they'll have like a full packet of wipes, and they have a full packet of things, but there's a lot of sample
Oh, it's
pieces
a
that you
baby
get. And
bag.
as the baby bag, right? And you get it once you're 27
Oh,
weeks and above. That is their lead magnet. It's a
that's
physical
amazing.
lead magnet. You don't have to buy anything to get it. You just have to come and sign up, and then on the form you fill out how many weeks you are, and then you get the bag. That's it. Then after that,
And what
they
and then what
WhatsApp
is
you
Discom
close to your
doing?
delivery
Because
date.
now they know when you are 37 weeks. They know when you're 40. And you told them when you were 27
Yes,
weeks. They just have to put a calculator in. Now you're getting advertised Pampers, and then it's a breast pump, and then it's a what, and then it's
exactly.
now Discom, and
Yes,
then when your baby's one birthday.
yes.
And the reason
This
why they're
game
able to
does
do
this
that is
so well,
because
and
they
people don't
have the
realize that
database.
this is literally they do that physically, so it's not the online success system, but it's a success system because it is successful. It works very, very well. And they know, when does your baby need vaccination, when should he come through, like they really know when to market to you. Like they know how old this guy is who's currently crying in the background. And they're able to remind me of when I need to go for vaccinations, like what type of things that he's going to need. And if you sign up now, they've done the same baby program through Baby City, because Dis-Chem bought Baby City, and now they will tell you that, hey, this guy is now on pull-ups. They won't tell you it's time for pull-ups. They'll just advertise pull-ups to you, and you're just like, oh, that's a good idea. They'll WhatsApp you and say, have you tried Pampers pull-ups? They're actually on special right now. And you're just like, oh, perfect time. It's not perfect timing. It's not perfect timing. It's a system and it works. Okay. We've probably been bamboozled by it before. And they do the same thing with fitness. They do the same thing with other like target markets. Is that we don't know because we're not part of those target markets. But you know, a list can lead to millions, literally. And when you have a list, right, those people buy from you. That list is a list of past, present, and potential customers, right? So it's people who have bought from you already, people who are currently buying from you now for the first time, and people who could potentially buy from you. But they don't, that the list of people that you're dealing with aren't the same. Don't come in, they go through a specific journey, right, Nyaki? They go from prospect, lead, customer, and then repeat customer. Can you give us more information about when a person is a prospect, when are they a lead, and when are they a customer?
Cool. So we have done this, that the way that a complete stranger becomes a raving fan in your business is that first they don't know you, right? So to the fellows here, your customers in the room, you don't know them, they don't know you. They are not even anything. They are a potential. Until you talk to them and then they say, yes, actually, this is something that I'm interested in, then they become a prospect. Now you've identified that this is a person that could use the services um, that I sell, could use, qualified to use. So is looking for a house, can afford a 4 million rand house, and is looking for a house specifically in Pretoria East, right? So we've identified that there's a possibility that can happen here. Then that person needs to build, you need to, that says this person is a possibility to a person, to possibility to any service provider, right? To a lead, which says that this person is a possibility to me as a potential service provider, right? So I have their contact, I've given them something in exchange, what we usually call a lead magnet, that says, hey, Tulufelo, I am actually interested in looking at a house, and I wouldn't mind if you were my realtor, if you were my realtor, realtor, right? Yes, I am looking for a house. You can contact me, right? That's usually what happens when someone becomes, need you money yet, but they have interested in you as a service provider, right? Whether you are a coach, whether you're a designer, whether you sell real estate, whether you sell shampoos, right? They are um you can't hear Nyaki at all, Barbara. Oh,
Yaki, I
anybody
can
hear
hear
me?
you from my
Monica, you can
side.
hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you quite well. Or is it that just I'm louder? But I can hear you quite well,
We
Yaki.
can hear you. Okay, Roxanne says we can hear me. Okay, cool. So a customer goes from prospect to lead. Lead is when you've captured their information, to a customer. The person only giving you money, right? Like they have transacted with you. Then you call them a customer or a client. They, before that though, they're a lead, and before that they're a prospect. The next step after a customer becomes a customer is that they're they then become, sorry guys, can't hear me now. That's 2 out of 3. Who else can't hear me? You can't hear me at all, or you just, it's Okay, I can hear. Okay, let me finish this point, and then maybe it's a sound thing. But so a person goes from prospect to lead to customer, because that's when the transaction happens, right? That's when someone pays you, that's when they become a customer. Before that, they are just a nobody. They are just a potential, right? So that someone has, and then the next stage after that, which is actually the best person, is a repeat customer. Get that person to buy from you again. What are you going to sell them? What are you going to upsell them? What service are you going to give them that turns that person to a repeat customer or a referral customer? Because yes, maybe sorry to knock on Tulufelo, who's now seemingly can't hear me, is that generally when people buy a house, they're not going to buy again, right? It's just like you'll see me again maybe in the next 10 years if that's short. But what I can do in that case is to become a referral customer, because me, if I tell you, but you'll trust your best friend if she tells you to buy something, right? It's just an easier way to, it's a much better way to get. Does that make sense, guys?
Love it.
Cool.
Love it. Cool. So and the more somebody's on your list, the longer someone's on your list, the more you even know what to start selling them. And the more you communicate with someone on your list, the more you start to know their behavior, what works for them, what are they triggered by. Like, for example, if you're constant, I had a friend who used to sell these like shoe attachments, literally, like it's like a brooch for a shoe. And he used to sell like hotcakes to her friends because he used to sell to these ladies who go to conferences. So she used to do that, and every single time she posted up on her catalog that she had new pieces, there's certain people who would always respond, but some people she started to know, like, okay, this one likes these type of things, these ones like this type of things. But that's what you do. You constantly communicate with your list, and then you actually become better at selling to the people on your list, and that's how you increase your income. So the advantage of this is you can monetize. You can monetize now. You can sell to the people on your list today. So if you join my list now, you can buy from me today. But let's just say you don't buy from me today. I can nurture you to buy later. And the same goes for somebody who buys today. If I've got the type of business where they can become a repeat customer, they can buy from me next week and the week after, or next month, or 6 months from now. But I've got that opportunity. And once they have bought once, they can be reactivated to buy again. So, in the same way that this couple has bought this house from you, and you can see that, okay, it's a young couple, a moneyed young couple, right? Who have bought a 6 million rand house in Waterkloof. And they're like, okay, cool. Now, but they've got young kids. Let me just keep sending them happy birthday messages every year on the same year, every year on the same day. Who is going to be the first person they call when they start looking around? You. And all you've done is just set up an automated thing to make sure that every year on their birthday, they get a message from you. They won't forget you. And unfortunately, in the world that we live in today, they might call you because they're divorced and now you're going to sell 2 houses. It's one of those things. Or they're going to sell the house they're in and then go buy into another one. You never know what happens in life, but that's the advantage of having a database, right? Okay, so where and why will they sign up onto your list is so important. Nyaki's pet peeve is in this area right here.
Just putting a subscribe button on your website. Just asking people to subscribe. Guys, please subscribe. It's not YouTube, guys. Come on, man. You haven't given them anything. Just subscribe. Why would I subscribe? If I meet you on the side of the road and you just tell me just subscribe to my business, why?
Why?
Currently, as I stand right now in real life, I've got like 21,000 unread emails. You wanted me to add to your, no ways. For what? What is the benefit? So when you are trying to get people to database, you need to answer 3 questions. Okay. Incentive, reason, motivation. In summary, so what? Who cares? What's in it for me? Like everything that you do, every client facing piece of anything, whether it's a newsletter, whether it's a call to action, whether it's a sales page, whether it's a social media post, whether it's a YouTube video, you need to answer the question, so what? Who? If you don't have the attention of people. You're entertaining. You cannot get people to part with their money for your cause, right? People don't care who you are. They don't care how passionate you are. They don't care how amazing you are. They don't care how business is doing. What people care about is how you can help them. People care about themselves. When they wake up in the morning, they're not praying like, "Oh Lord, I just wish I could meet someone and like, I just changed their life." Very few people. I want to meet someone that I can change my life, right? I want to meet something. I want to do something that's going to change my life. That's going to make me better. And so what? Who cares what's in it for me? That's the incentive, the reason, and the motivation of why someone would want to do this for themselves. It's not about you. So when you ask people to subscribe to your newsletter, so what? What's in it for me? You can't answer those questions or all of those questions. No, it's not gonna work.
Barbara, I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do for you. Because there are some people who can hear Nyaki and some people who can't. Solofela can't hear Nyaki as well. But I'll just repeat for those who can't hear. So Nyaki was saying, guys, just don't tell people to subscribe for no reason. Just because they like you, just because they like your face or your voice, or they like your cause, saying, guys, I'm trying to feed my family. Like, they're not just going to do that for fun, right? If people do it, it will be a very, very, very small list, and it won't grow. So when you want to build your database, you need to give people a reason why, incentive and motivation, right? Nyaki's line is, so what? Who cares? What's in it for me? Dis-Chem, our example. So what? When I get that baby bag from Dis-Chem, they don't want me to buy. They just want me to get the bag. Sign up, get the bag. You don't even have to have been a Dis-Chem customer. You don't need a Dis-Chem card. Just sign up. You know why? I get a free bag, right? Who cares? Me. That bag is catered to me as a 27-week pregnant person, right? So I care. I care because I'm pregnant, right? What's in it for me? Free products inside. So, I mean, they've answered all three. It's so specific. It's beautiful. It hurts. People don't want to get specific, but guess what? When you get specific, you win. Because those people, that strategy of theirs works so well, guys. It's unbelievable. Like, I mean, we just keep seeing it happen. But you can do this online. The same thing, you can do it online. And it works so well because it's also automated. This can also automate the entire process. If a company that makes billions can do that, why can't we? They have proven it, right? They have completely proven it that it works. All right. Okay, so let's wrap this up. So this, when people sign up, they enter your funnel. What that means is, this is my customized customer journey. This is one that I intentionally set out a path for you as a potential customer, for me to nurture you into buying and buying again. And if it's not buying again, when you become a raving fan, what does that mean? You aren't in it for yourself. You're also telling everyone about it. You become a brand advocate. You tell people everywhere you go that, oh, I only use this. I don't care what's in them. Bona, there's only one, and it is this one. And that's what happens. So that's why we love the online success system, because it lets people come into your world and then you monetize them, taking them through a system that you have done upfront work. What that means is you do the work at the beginning and it continues to work for you for as long as you want it to. That's what a funnel helps you to do. So we have a full, we've got a funnel template. Here we go. We've created a funnel template that you can use, that helps you create a database. And it's completely free. You can check it out in our emails. We'll pop that email to you so you can start using that funnel template. It's a digitized funnel. So in the same way that Dis-Chem will have their baby bag, you sign up. It's a form that you fill out with a pen and a paper, and then they give you the bag, and then they say, listen, come back 2 weeks later, we'll give you the bag. You see how tedious that process is? Now imagine if somebody could do that automatically online, where somebody signs up, they get the incentive, they get into your funnel, and you can start to sell them. And not only sell them, but turn them into a raving fan. Someone from the street, right? Finds your incentive, signs up. This guy's amazingly loud. But this funnel is completely free, and we have designed it to make sure that it works as best as possible, and it is super easy to fill out. You fill out the details about your business, and that funnel will start working for you, right? But it will only work if you use it. It won't work if you hope and pray. If you download it and then you hope and pray, it's not going to do anything. If you fill it in and share it with people, it will start to work. Right, Nyaki?
Awesome. Um, Barbara, is the sound back? I hope it is. Oh,
Okay.
I
So
was using
Zoe's
examples
asking,
to
how do
work
I
alone.
set up an appointment? How do I set an appointment to talk to you? I have two businesses that I'd like to automate and need guidance where to start and how you can assist me. Clubsheis.com. We have all the details about how you can work with us. You can work with us in one of three ways, with my beautiful sounding cheerleader in the background. So when you go to clubsheis.com, you'll find out that we have a membership. So if you'd like to learn how to set it up for yourself, we have a membership that can show you how. If you'd like us to set it up for you, we have an agency, or you can join our accelerator program, which is called FastTrack. And in 8 weeks, we can sit together, hold hands, and we'll help you set up your funnel together, right? Everything from perfecting your system. Sorry, everything from perfecting your system to actually running ads to fill people into your funnel that you have built.
Yeah. So just to recap what Kopano is saying, just in case, because it did get a bit hacky. So there's three ways that you can work with us. So Clubshe is our membership where you can self-paced, go step, side by side, and do your learn. So do it yourself is in the membership. We love the club. It's amazing. There are amazing resources and you can go at the pace that you want. The second FastTrack Mastermind, which is an 8-week, very fast pace, no fast mastermind where we do private coaching and one-on-one coaching. And then we have a run-in agency where we do it for you. So depending on how you choose, that's how you, depending on where you are and what kind of you'd be able to get help there. So you can find all those details on our website.com. And then you'll be to the different funnels, then the membership, the mastermind, and the portal. But that's not what we're here today. For today, we are trying to get you guys to understand databasing, right? Databasing is like you have to do it in your business. And I realized that today because we didn't have a lot of sign-ups for this webinar, Kapano, because we didn't email our database. I don't know why. Did you realize that, Kapano?
When I saw the numbers, I was like, I know why. Like immediately when I saw the numbers, I was
We
like,
have a
I know why.
database of people and we
And we
did
didn't
not
use
email
it.
them. What we did is we told people on social media instead of
Exactly.
telling
But
the
that's the whole
like
point.
the
So that's the whole point, right? If you have a
so one of
funnel, if you have a
yeah
database, it won't work until you work it.
yeah, no, we did that. But the difference, right, is that 1,000 members mailing list versus 1,000. Just think about it, like 1,000 followers on Instagram versus 1,000 people in your database, right? As a nail practitioner or whatever, you've got 1,000 people who want to get their nails done or who have gotten their nail versus 1,000 followers on Instagram. Any day, the thousand customers any day, like because you guys know Instagram, it's there, half of the people there are your cousins, half of them area, the other half are just following you because you're pretty, the other ones are following you because you've got like there's just many reasons why people are on your world on social media that, right? But if you've got 1,000 people on your database, you've got 1,000 people that you can say, hey guys, I have a promotion, here is the link to my promotion, or hey guys, new service, here is the new service, or hey guys, I've moved location, here is my new location. That is far more powerful than 1,000 people on like posting it on social media and getting 1,000 likes, even going viral at some point. Make sense? Cabana, we call it.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much. Zoe saying thank you. But yeah, guys, so we will send you all the details that you need to know about the club and using your funnel. But please, guys, like we say, it won't work until you work it. So you can come to all the lunchtime lives that you want to, or lunch and learns that you want to come to, but nothing's going to work for you until you actually work the things that we are showing you. So please use what we are showing you,
Kapano.
even if
Oh,
you start on your own. But let's get it going. We want to see the girlies winning, man.
so Kapano, I just want to show people. So if you are in the club, I just want to show you how you access your training and how you build your sales funnel. Please get to it. Kapano, can you log on?
I can show the membership version because I think no, I'm not there yet, but I can actually just log on quickly. Go to my
Okay.
homepage, log in as a membership, and then
And then just share your
there we
screen so
go.
that people can see where to access it in the training. So if you are already a premium member of the club, this is how you're then going to access your sales funnel, right? Because we don't obviously just want to. So it's learning track number 2. So it says 2 point building your sales funnel. So if you use those 18 lessons, they're very short. A lot of them, they're not very long lessons on how you can build your sales funnel. Get your template included in there. So that is, or other templates in there included. So that's a step-by-step follow along training inside of your membership. So if you're already a part of Capture, is you already have access to this. Just log on today and go. Can you mute? You just log on today and go through the training. Just do it, right? We can only win if we. Was this helpful, guys? Let me know in the comments below. What was your big aha moment? What is something that you thought, I never thought about it like this, or this is actually something that I know and doing it, but I'm not, or I am doing it and it's really, really working. I really know you guys going through and how we can help you, obviously. I'm hoping you guys can still hear me. Kapano for you.
Yaki, I'm happy.
No, I'm saying what was a good lesson for you?
Okay.
Okay, I'll do. Okay, cool. To Roxanne, I've stopped building my database, and this was a great reminder of value. Please, like Roxanne, you're a consultant and a coach, right? Or yes, consultant and a coach. Customers are paying high ticket, which means they're spending. Not going to um, like instantaneously need to buy your service today, right? You're not selling a shampoo. You're not selling what we call a commodity, which means you are not like, you need to stay top of mind of people, right? You need to be nurturing people into the sale, because a lot of what you do is going to be built on relationships. And so how do you nurture that relationship? How do you continuously tell people in the first 5 minutes they may have known like a little bit of what you do, but you can nurture that person by emailing them constantly or consistently anyway, more about what you do, like, hey, I worked on this project, or I did this kind of thing, or this is a person that I worked with, or here's the kind of frameworks that we use when we're training, stuff like that. And that's what that allows you to do. So that is like databasing, especially when you are selling like commodity, just selling like 1 or 2 toothbrushes here or there. Maybe it's not run ads for that, but when your business, especially service-based businesses, right, when they rely on relationships, when you need to talk to people, when you need people to give them, because sometimes we they're not going to buy, um the people sometimes just need time to buy. That's basically the message there, right? So Bob said, you said different funnels. Are they different because the customers that are Instagram different from those on the website? I'm thinking you can have the same person on both platforms. You absolutely can have the same person on both platforms, but their behavior, the saturation is different, right? So yes, you can have the same person on your database that is interested in makeup because you're a makeup artist, but you can also have the pool guy on your internet, and you can also have your cousin who has no relationship to makeup, But on your database, you will exclusively have people that are interested in makeup, because the reason why they're on your database is because the so what, who cares, what's in it for me, is that you promise them something to do with makeup, not tribe. Because if you've got a random subscribe, then we don't know what people are doing there. We don't know who they are. We don't know what it is, like they are on Instagram, right? On Instagram, you don't know what people are following you. You have no idea. Like, it could be because you're or you have a really cool car, or whatever the reason. But people on your database, because you've given them the so what, who cares, what's in it for me reason to be on that database, you know that what they care about is the so what, which is your makeup, because you've gotten there, because you've gotten them there under the correct pretense. That's why Instagram, um 1,000 followers on Instagram is valuable than 1,000 emails on your database. Make sense? Okay, perfect. We're going to call it. Got it. Awesome, awesome. We're going to call it. Again, guys, if you are membership, you'll be able to get access to that training. If not, you best get on that, darling, because your business, it's waiting for you, and it's not going to get any better until you get better. So build your database. Kupano, is there anything else that you want to say before we close? Cool. Bye, guys.